In 2002, the PlayStation 2 visual novel Kamaitachi no Yoru 2 was released. Much like the first game, Kamaitachi no Yoru 2 was a horror mystery in which a murder had taken place and the player had to figure out the truth behind it. Shortly after release, however, players noticed something strange in the game's opening cinematic. Something that perhaps shouldn't have been there. Take a look for yourself and see if you can spot what. The game takes place on a long-abandoned island that once housed a large prison, but that wasn't what got people talking. At roughly the 22-second mark, as the camera zooms through an old shrine and stops briefly on some old shrine gates, players notice something in the center of the screen. Something imposed on the wood. It appeared to be a ghostly face. Rumors quickly spread like wildfire that the game had captured a real ghost on film. But had they really? It was a horror game, after all, so if there really was a ghost in the game's opening, who's to say that it wasn't put there on purpose? At first, the company never said anything either way. Players argued over internet message boards whether the face on the shrine gate was actually that of a ghost, whether it was just the way the light had fallen, or whether the game's creators had done so intentionally. Slipping a ghost face into the game's opening would create all sorts of talk about the game, after all, helping to promote it and create hype for sales. And if that was their intention, it worked, because nearly 20 years later, people are still talking about it. Their silence on the matter also seemed somewhat suspicious. Was it true that it was all nothing but a big fake? An optical illusion created to get people talking about the game? In 2017, 15 years after the game's release, a Japanese YouTuber got in contact with the game's creators at Chunsoft to settle the matter once and for all. Speaking to a representative on the phone, he brought up the ghost face and asked whether the company could confirm that they, first of all, knew that the face was even there, and second, whether it was placed in the opening movie intentionally. The representative promised to confirm with the game's creators and would then get back to him. It turned out that the creators had no idea of the supposed ghostly face, and they most certainly hadn't put anything in there intentionally. They were surprised to hear of it, and it appeared their silence over all these years was simply because they'd never actually heard of the rumors. While that answered one question, it still left players with another problem. If it wasn't put into the game on purpose, did that mean the game had actually captured a real ghost? There's obviously no proof one way or the other, but the most likely explanation, as with most of these cases, is lighting. The angle of the shot, combined with the lighting and textures of the wood, simply creates the illusion of a face. It's certainly fitting with the theme of the game, and to this day people still talk about it, debating its authenticity. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.